Hey guys, I just got an email from someone saying that they wanted me to share their story about their deep web experience. And so I know I'm trying to keep my content to do with aliens and alien encounters, UFO encounters, stuff like that, but I thought I'd share this because it seemed pretty interesting. So here's the first one. Obviously a throwback. This is from way back, when SR1 was still going strong. I was looking for a certain substance, but couldn't find it in my part of the world for a decent price. So I posted my request on the forum, and after a few days, someone messages me with an offer. For some reason, I accepted it and sent him around $200. Of course, I got scammed. I didn't think much of it, but posted a warning to others about this guy saying he scammed me out of $200. A few days later, I get a message in my inbox saying something like this. Hey, I'm a vendor and this guy tried to scam me too. He just ordered an ounce of MDMA from me, and an ounce of sweet sugar crystals are on the way to his mailbox. Please send me your BTC address and I will send you the $200 he scammed you out of. The next day, I had my $200 back and a deep respect for the dark web community. Okay, so this was back before Google. Web pages were, for the most part, still very basic HTML with JavaScript. Hardly anyone used CSS, only discussion boards and some banking sites, and anything approaching mature front and back end combinations, etc. Early net, real deep web story, not just one about illicit activities online. I was just browsing random blogs, GeoCities sites, and just going from link to link. Eventually I came upon an odd page. It appeared to be random thoughts from different people, but for the time it was very well designed. The messages seemed to be cryptic in nature, like several people trying to pass secret notes. I started through the source. Hidden in the comments of JavaScript were various IP addresses. I gathered all the IPs in a text file and began going through them. Some were routers with banner messages. I could almost all to universities. Warning, this is a secure system at University of blah blah. The default Cisco credentials from back in the day worked on most of them, but I didn't poke around too much. A few of the IPs were web servers with little to nothing on them, mostly Apache or Linux or some BSD, at least one IIS server I can recall. I finally came upon a web server with a huge directory of HTML files and TIFF images, with a few smaller subdirectories containing the same, NSLOOKUP returned no reverse record for the IP. A visual route traced it as far as Colorado. The HTML files appeared to be records a psychologist or similar mental health professional would keep. The images were of faxes, apparently of both military and medical nature. As I browsed from a subdirectory back to the parent file, at the top was a new HTML file named something like "Hello there." The timestamp was from right that minute. When I opened it, in plain text was the message, "We see you." No quotes, all lowercase. As soon as I finished reading it, the power went off in my apartment. I ran out into the hallway, and when I went back, opened my door, the lights were back on. I went over to check my computer, and the server had been dropped. When I was a freshman in high school, my best friend and I were into the whole deep web thing. We had Tor and would exchange onion ports that we had discovered and would explore them together. We saw some weird shit. Right off the bat was a site for a professional hitman, which we decided was definitely run by the FBI. We discovered a series of Chans or Deep Web 4chan clones. Some of those were very weird. Some of what we saw was definitely illegal. We were fascinated with those in particular because, of course, we were both ridiculous betards at the time. Lots of disturbing and violent pornography, lots of gore, sometimes the two overlapped. We tended to stay away from that stuff. It was a pretty big buzzkill. Finding the Silk Road was pretty cool, even though we didn't ever buy anything. Probably the weirdest stuff I ever found were the personal ads. There were bulletin boards where people would just ask to do the most deviant and incomprehensible shit to one another. I think about the Craigslist killer every time those things come about, and wonder how many of those people actually end up acting out those fantasies. Alright guys, well, thank you for listening, and I hope to hear more stories from you guys, and hope you guys like this one. Bye!